Hello everybody, back once again with another video. So I did mention, if anybody's watched my video from the other night, back my top 10 physical media editions in my collection. Ones that I've got over the years that are my favourites. So I did say on there that I've got a load I've managed to pick up from CEX that I would show in another video. I'm not going to talk about the actual films, I'll just run through. The video don't go on too long like most of my videos. So yeah, I was chatting to the lads in the group chat. I think like Stuart or someone was saying they never find anything good in their local CEXs. So I've got about 4 or 5 CEXs around me. I find if I only go in them each one, say once a month, then sometimes I find some good stuff. I found a few sort of I don't really buy DVDs too often from there anymore unless it's something rare and out of print that you can't get on Blu-ray. But I do still pick up Blu-rays and 4K. So yeah, I found a few like Blu-rays that are quite rare. You know, you don't come across them that often. Trying to look for an example. I haven't really got any of them out. I'm more showing like the collector's editions, which are out of print. Whereas, yeah, I think I picked up 1 or 2 like Arrow jewel cases. What was the one I picked up the other day? Small Soldiers. It was £10 on standard Blu-ray. I should have brought it in to show. So not that rare, but one you don't see very often. The same as Deathline that I've recently picked up with Donald Pleasance, and that one called Satan's Little Helper. So yeah, I found a few kind of standard editions that I was happy with, but these are more like the special editions. So yeah, anybody that's sort of lost their faith in CEX, I would say still worth checking in there in case you can find stuff. I find what they show on the website is different to what they actually have in there. So in the other WhatsApp group I'm in, Lords of Darkness with Ash and Marcus, they sent me a list of stuff that was meant to be in my Kingswood CEX. Once I went in there, couldn't find pretty much half of what each one wanted. So I asked the guys behind the counter, and I do know them quite well. They had a look at the back, managed to find the discs, where they keep the discs behind the tills, but none of the actual boxes. So I don't know whether boxes get stolen by crackheads thinking they've actually got films in, or people take the boxes because, you know, they've got the disc and their box is damaged. Don't really get what happens to them, or they've just filed them wrong and lost them. But yeah, I looked through all of them. So if you look on the website and good stuff in there, it might be a case of actually worth popping in to have a look for yourself. But yeah, I find in the ones I go in mostly, especially the Bath and Kingswood and the Bedminster one, they have like the big boxes that I collect, like Arrow and Second Sight, all up behind the till. So it's worth having a look up behind there, or even asking. Especially the one I go to in Kingswood with like the Mega Drive games I collect. They only put a few out on display in like the cabinets, and the rest are kept behind the till. So when you ask, they'll let you see on the computer what they got in stock. Last time the guy brought out about 12 that were on display. He's brought me out like rare box sets worth like 30 quid that are out of print that they've not put out on display. Obviously, they keep them behind the till, so it's not a case of them getting stolen. My Bristol branch, even the big sort of limited editions, I'll show you as we go along, they do actually keep them out on the shelves. So obviously there's no discs in there, but because they got the art cards and poster, a nice box, I guess there's still a chance of them being stolen. But anyway, on with the video. So yeah, I did try and wear like a movie themed shirt, but other than my jewel shirt, I haven't got any. So this was the closest I could get. So this shirt's got tiny little pink flamingos. So a film in great taste if anyone's seen Pink Flamingos. Right, so this one I did show the other day. Old Boy also has Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance in this elevator style. So yeah, I did show it in the other video. Really nice edition, one of my favourite movies. I think it was priced at 32 up behind the till, but went through at 28. So yeah, when I seen it up behind the counter, I obviously seen it was Arrow, but from a distance I couldn't really see what it was. I thought it was going to be some obscure Japanese film because of the writing. So when the guy said it was Old Boy, I think I seen it once and didn't take it because I didn't have much money. Looked around online, seen how hard it was to get, and went back about a week later, and luckily they still had it. So yeah, I'll tell you the prices and stuff, if I can remember them, so people know. This one I got 15 years ago, I would say. So it was originally aired on, was it ITV? Can't see on the back. Yeah, ITV Studios in 1995. It's got John Sim, Martin Clunes. What's that other guy on the back called? Can't see him. He was out of Coronation Street. Nigel Havers. And then it does say some of the stories are written by Stephen Gallagher and Anthony Horowitz, and then produced by Lawrence Gordon Clark. So yeah, pretty good crew around it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this when it was first on. Really hard to find even back then. Now I guess even more out of print. But yeah, I came across it in CEX. I think it was about £15, which seems a lot for a 2-disc DVD, sort of a series anthology with 5 episodes. But yeah, it was just really chuffed to find it, as even back then it was hard to get. Phantasm, found this in CEX. So, sorry, obviously all of these are CEX finds, unless I specify. Found a few things in other second-hand shops and charity shops, but when I'm out looking for these sort of big boxes and limited editions, yeah, it's really only CEX I found them. So yeah, everybody I'm sure knows the Phantasm box set. Get this, I think it's still available through Arrow, but yeah, I think I found this £20 in CEX in real good condition, so I was happy with that. I'm not a massive fan of the J cards, so sometimes J cards might be missing or damaged. Maybe it makes it a bit cheaper, but I'll still pick it up. Obviously, if I get something new and it's got a J card, I'll keep the J card on it. Not a deal breaker for me. I find the J cards quite annoying, to tell you the truth, and they get damaged. Oh, I'll show these two together. So you've got American Horror American Horror Project Parts 1 and 2. So these were in my local CEX in Bath. Both up behind the counter. I find they're always priced more than they are. Sometimes they're less, but obviously they honour it at the sticker price. But I think some of these, they'll sticker them up, say, a month ago, put them up behind the counter, nobody buys them for a while, and then the price changes, depending on the rarity, I guess. Changes on the system, and they don't change the sticker. So I think each one was priced, I think this was like 22 and this was 28. But I think when they went through the till, that one was 18 and that one was 25. So a bit cheaper. This does have a video nasty on it. The Witch Who Came from the Sea. I think there is other ways of getting it. I don't know if you can get these individual on jaw cases or whether we need to get them in the box sets. But yeah, these have been out of print for a while. They're probably ones I wouldn't have bought new off of Arrow because I don't really know too much about the films if they're very good. But obviously when you see them out of print second hand, then it's good value. This one I picked up the other day in CEX, which is another video nasty. It's Section 3 video nasty. So I don't think all collectors go for Section 3, but I'm going to try and get Section 1, 2 and 3. The Last Hunter. I don't think it's meant to be a great film. It's kind of like a cheap action film. But it is on Treasured Films, which I'm not sure if it's a new company. I've only come across them recently. But yeah, really impressed by them. You know, they're not as famous as Arrow, 88 Films, Second Sight Films, or 101 Films. Obviously got Criterion, Eureka. I think they're a lesser known company, but they're doing good things. So I've got this by them. I've got The Islands by them with Michael Caine. Really weird film. I know Stuart George likes that one. Then I've got, just recently picked up Satan's Little Helper by Treasured Film. Maybe I got another one. But yeah, I'm sort of hunting out the Treasured Films, no pun intended, on The Last Hunter. Yeah, I haven't watched this yet, but this was £10. So it did have the J card, but they stuck it on with this like weird kind of white sellotape stuff. And it was a bit damaged, so I just did away with the J card. So yeah, maybe it would have been 15 or so if the J card was in good condition. Not really checked on the website. But yeah, happy to get that one. Only a tenner, which is good value for any box set. So I picked it up thinking I'd get it just because, you know, it's a collector set for 10. And when I looked on the back and seen it was a Section 3 video nasty, I was happy. This one, I do remember being in HMV when it first came out 5 years or more ago. Was tempted, but I think in HMV at the time it was about 30 quid. Back then I was really mostly collecting Arrow and some Second Sight. And then I think maybe I was still on my Tartan Asia Extreme DVD collecting. So I didn't have too much money for other things. So I never got it. But always remember this when I was a kid. Remember Short Circuit 1 more than Short Circuit 2. And Batteries Not Included. Both kind of good robot films. This has got, is his name Johnny 5? It just calls him Number 5. Yeah, Johnny 5. But I have showed this on our group. So anyone that's not on the group will be able to... That's quite a nice poster. But yeah, for me, that is one of the best, get back a bit, one of the best movie posters I've ever seen. Caldaways on the Lilo drinking his cocktail and on the phone, and then obviously you can see the people around the pool, but just such nice colours. Don't know if it comes across so well on the phone photo or video, but it really pops when you see it in real life. So yeah, waiting for a frame to come when I got a bit of money, and then put it up on my wall. So yeah, it does still come with the J card, quite nice condition, £22. Found both of those in CEX just the other day. And I was also hunting for stuff for Marcus and Ash, the Strangers. I think this was only £12. Everything's there, postcard and poster wise. A little booklet, should I say, sorry. But this is in a normal blue case. I'm guessing that's why it's a bit cheaper, because most second sites obviously come in like a black kind of case. It might not be the case, again, no pun intended, with this one, but I'm assuming they've replaced the case. So if I ever find it cheap on just like the standard kind of version like that for like £8 second hand, I think this one cost me £6 second hand. Quite a good find, but it's not that rare. But yeah, I got that in Bath CEX. Then I would probably buy it and swap it over. If anybody's got this full version, especially if you bought it new, let me know if that's the wrong case. Somebody's duped into it. But yeah, I really like this film. I think I did see it again in HMV years ago, but obviously some stuff you can't afford or just aren't collecting or in on your radar, and I did have it on DVD. So when it was new in HMV for like 25, 30 quid, I just never bothered with it. Upgrade, so I was really happy with this one. So yeah, I think 3 of these, I should have got all together there. Let me grab the other one, makes sense. But these 3 I got in CEX on the same day. And there was also another one. So this one I didn't buy, but I'll show it to you. So they had this in there. Swallow. About £18. More of a thriller than a horror. But yeah, I really like the colours. Nice like pink book and postcard. But yeah, good film if people haven't seen this. Didn't pick it up, so I already had it. I think this was before I was in the movie group. So, you know, at the time I could have said, Ash or Marcus, you want me to pick this up for you for like £18? It was in good condition. But didn't bother. So yeah, I guess somebody traded in their sort of second sight collection. So I'm guessing I probably got to it before anyone bought any more. So yeah, basically the others I did actually buy. Sorry. Upgrade. Didn't have a J card on it, but I think this was 18. Been out of print for a long time. Again, seen this in HMV years ago, never got it. Watched it, I think, on streaming. Really enjoyed the film. So yeah, I was happy to pick this one up for about 18 on second sight. Limited edition box. Also got this one. Spoke about this before. Roy Barrett kind of put me onto this one. Yeah, really like the colours and stuff. Nice big box. This one also 18. Let me move these along a bit so I can fit back the ones I've spoke about dropping them all over the floor. And then yeah, also on the same day found this chopper. No J card. I think maybe it had a J card, but the J card was damaged, so I ripped it off and chucked it. This one you can still get through second sight, and I do see it new. I think they're charging about 35 new. I think this was 22 second hand in pretty good condition. So yeah, scored all 3 of those on one day in my Bristol CEX. I find, yeah, each branch I go in does sometimes have rare stuff. So it's not like you can always say, you know, my Kingswood one's the best. I found, yeah, probably about a third of each one. And then a few things in the Bedminster branch I don't really go to. But yeah, anyone in my groups, if you have a look at on, you see anything in the Kingswood, Bristol, Bath, or Bedminster. I think there's the 8 one I haven't been to check out yet. Let me know. If I'm around, I can always sort of grab them for you. This one I got years ago, obviously on DVD, Erie, Indiana. Don't know if anybody knows this, but really good kids show. Kind of creepy in more of a surreal way than like dark. But yeah, this is quite hard to get. Pick this up on DVD in there. I think it was about £10. Again, probably about 15 years ago I got that one. Same with this. I think this was about £12, but was quite rare to get at the time. So Ren and Stimpy box set. Used to really like this when I was a kid. One of the most graphic like cartoons you can get. Just really out there. I think it's made by the same people that did Rocco's Modern Life, which I also like. I got those on DVD, but not in like a nice box set. But yeah, I picked those ones up years ago. That's how long I've had them. Quite happy with them. Obviously, a lot has come out now about the maker of Ren and Stimpy. Won't go into it, but he's not a very nice character, I'll put it that way. So try and separate the art from that if I haven't watched it in a long time. It's one in my Kingswood CEX, so it's basically a book. Really big book. I won't get it all out, but with discs sort of inside like that. So I don't think I've actually seen the game yet, although obviously it's starring Michael Douglas and Sean Penn, David Fincher film, so I'm sure it'll be good. I have heard it's quite weird. But yeah, I think this was only like 10 or 12 or so for this big book. And yeah, I've never had one like this before on the Aero Academy, so I was quite happy with that one. Put it up there and hope it don't fall. Right, I'll speed up a little bit. So the Thing. So yeah, this one I was looking for years. Obviously, The Thing's my favourite movie. I think when this came out on Amazon, sorry, originally came out on Arrow and in HMV, I don't think I really seen it around. It wasn't until years later when I was collecting these big boxes that I wanted to get it. But obviously, being my favourite movie, so it was in the little window thing, priced at 22, 26. When it went through the till, it was £4 or so less, but I'm guessing it's because it didn't have the poster. So I seen a similar edition to this the other day in the window, or the same edition, for about 32. Don't know whether it's gone up or because it had the poster. Got a little bit of slight damage there, but it's not too bad. But yeah, I was looking to pick that one up for a while. This one I think was 15 in my Kingswood one. So Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. So I already had this on a jewel case, watched it and really liked it. So yeah, when I seen this for like 15, I was really happy. Pick it up, good condition, no J card, but like I said, it don't bother me. Still got the poster and stuff. But yeah, any of these big box kind of limited edition, if I see them at a good price, even as a film I don't really know, I like to pick it up. Also, if you already know you've got the standard edition, it's nice to be able to, say I pay 15 for it, knowing I'll get, say, £6 back for my standard edition, trade in at CEX. So, being as I'm going to spend money in CEX anyway, it's, worked out it's only costing me like £9 or so for the upgrade. Candyman, got this in my Bristol branch only about a month ago on 4K. Got all the bits intact, the poster, the booklet. Don't think it comes with art cards, can't see it on the back. But yeah, again, this one had been out of print for a while, so I didn't really expect to find it. I remember when I was looking on, I think it was Amazon, about a month or so after it came out, it is sort of already sold out and people were charging silly prices at the time. So yeah, I think this cost about 25, maybe a little bit more, so quite dear, but obviously it's a rare 4K. So again, traded in my normal Arrow one, so it doesn't cost as much as it sounds. Then you've got Dune, David Lynch version. I have heard the newer versions of Dune with Timothy Chalamet, is he called? Are a lot better, but I haven't watched them yet. I think I watched this years ago when I was a kid, but can't remember it too much. I might have to give it another rewatch, but yeah, it's obviously the 4K, a really nice case. Still got the poster, got the booklet. Don't think it came with art cards and stuff. Yeah, that one I think was £18. Let's move them along a little bit. Right, not too many now, so I'll speed up. So Gamera, the Heisei, I guess you say it, era. So there's two of these. I can't remember the name of the other. It's another guy's era. But yeah, it's got 4 films on. Yeah, it's really like the artwork. And these little slim case DVD Blu-rays come in it. Got no booklet or anything. I think maybe they did a special edition. I think you can get the double box with the other era. Is it like the Kentai era or something it might be called? I think this was 30 in CEX, and it's now about the same, $29.99 it was, should I say. As of today, it stopped, but obviously the Arrow sale, that was on over Halloween. So when you get it new for 30, this was pretty much mint condition, perfect, so I didn't mind, but at the time I had about £68 worth of trade-ins at CEX, so I thought rather than use real money in HMV for 30, I traded some stuff in. I'd upgraded or whatever since, so I was happy to sort of get that with my vouchers, even though it was the same price as you could get it new at the time. Sorry, just moving them along so they all fit. This one, not watched these yet. Main thing that drew me in is one's the original by Kinji Fukasaku, and then there's the Takashi Miike remake. So yeah, with 2 discs in, this was £10. Quite good condition, don't know if it had a J card. But yeah, just collect any sort of Takashi Miike Takashi. Yeah, Takashi Miike, it's got him called on the thing that I can, as I'm a big fan of his films. Showed this one the other day on my favourite horror films one. So it's Videodrome by David Cronenberg. Comes with, I think this is it a 4K? It's got The Crimes of the Future. And his short films, early work, which I had on jewel case, which I traded in for about £12. Then it's got a book of the New Flesh. I have showed all this before. And then it's got, let me just double check if it's Blu-ray or 4K. Yeah, it is Blu, so you get the Blu-ray and the DVD. Yeah, one of my favourite Cronenberg films. Shame they don't do like The Fly on this kind of version, as that's probably the best Cronenberg film. I think this one was about 35 or so second hand. It's in quite good condition. Don't know if it used to have a J card, but like I say, I ain't too bothered about J cards. Well, really fling them out. Yeah, this is sort of more out of print and obviously a bit more to begin with, just because it contains these early works. So you've got sort of, don't know how many discs, but two sort of separate cases containing films, and then a big book. Might not have been 35, 30, 32, I can't remember now, but a bit more expensive, but you don't mind too much when you know it's that rare and out of print. And then The Wolf of Wall Street on 4K. Sure everybody's seen this film or knows about it at least. Yeah, so again, with a lot of these, I just thought I'd missed the boat, and I wasn't going to be able to get them. Yeah, so it's a nice sort of 4K like that. Asked the guy if I could have a look at it, because I know there's a lot of stuff in, and I think this was 18, so I assume the stuff would be missing. But no, you've actually got the little postcards, got like the American Express card. You've got his little bag of, I'm guessing it's white sugar to go on his cereals. Jordan Belfort Entrepreneur Core card. I think it's got, yeah, some other bits in it. I'm not going to get it all out, but yeah, I was quite happy. I think it's all intact there. And the guy said a few people had sort of looked at it and didn't buy it, so he thought bits were missing. Whereas I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's got that there. They probably, you know, if they ain't massive collectors, they probably were just happy getting a normal standard Blu-ray, which I had. And I think when I traded it in, well, I was going to trade it in at CEX, and it was literally, wouldn't even give me £1. I think I sent it to Marcus or someone. And then Tremors 4K. So this one has got all the bits here. But yeah, when this first came out on Arrow, couldn't afford it at the time. I think it was maybe around lockdown. I didn't have too much money. In my old job, I didn't earn as much money without going into it too much. Now I'm a manager in a different company. I earn like £600 or so more a month than I did in the other job. So I've got a lot more disposable income, and my collecting has really, I say improved, sort of come on leaps and bounds since I've had the extra money. So, you know, I can spend like quite a lot more than I used to be able to on films. But yeah, at the time this came out, didn't pick it up, started looking on Amazon and stuff, and the price was through the roof. I think people, scalpers, were charging like 50 quid for it. They'd only been out a month, so they probably had it sealed and that. But yeah, I've seen this. I think this is one of the first ones I found up behind the counter in a CEX. It was in the Bath branch, sort of up behind them. And yeah, I think this was at the time about 20. I did see it the other day, same version with all the bits in it, in my Bristol CEX. That was, I think it was 15 or so. I basically showed the photo to Marcus and Ash in case they wanted it, but I think they already had it. But yeah, good value considering it's a 4K and it's all nice condition. Couple of mentions. So the other day in CEX, I did see Carrie. Didn't buy it because I already own it. Let's see if I can, yeah. They had this version in there, pretty much perfect condition with all the bits. They were charging 40 for, which was quite a lot. Seeing this Psycho box set in the window of the Bristol one, about 70 or 80 they were charging. I think I've seen the Silence of the Lambs. They were pretty much charging the same as it was to buy it new. Obviously only about a week or two when they had it on the shelf. I think they had it for about 32. So yeah, you can still get a lot of good things in CEXs, or at least the ones around me. I guess it depends what you collect. You know, if you're not an Arrow or Second Sight collector, then I've seen a lot of Criterions, Eurekas, Indicator, but recently some of the Indicators they've been charging 15 quid for are in the 2 for 15 sale on HMV. So not only is it ludicrously priced, but I'm thinking, do they not check on their website and see that they're charging more? In the past, I used to go up to them and say, you know, you can get this cheaper in HMV. What are you doing? But obviously, didn't want to sort of fall out with them because, you know, if you're on good terms with them, then they will sort of keep stuff back or let you know what's hidden at the back, like I say. And yeah, some of the staff, especially in the Kingswood branch, I doubt he's watching, but the guy called Charlie, if you're watching this, all right, mate. Thank you for your help in the past. Pretty much as soon as you go in there, he'll recognise, be like, you're a collector, look what I've got here, and show you all the stuff and ask what you're looking for. But yeah, I think in general, 9 times out of 10, you go to CEX, you just find the same old crap. But this is testament to the fact you can still find good stuff. So yeah, if people have become weary of CEX, I would say it is still worth going and having a look in your local ones as well as on your websites and that. But yeah, it's all stuff I've picked up that a lot of it I never imagined I'd be able to get, especially at that price and in good condition. So yeah, happy with a lot of those pickups. So yeah, just thought I'd do a video, being as we were talking about it in the group. General consensus from a lot of collectors is CEX don't have good stuff. So my CEX is around here at least. Maybe if you live in London, there's higher footfall, so the good stuff goes. And one last tip before I go, I would say there's a version you're looking for. So for instance, Long Good Friday, that came out on the 4K edition, literally a couple of days after it came out on the 4K at £25. Looked in CEX and someone had traded in the standard jewel case, which was only about £6 in good condition. So I'm thinking if there's certain films you want and it's been upgraded, people that buy the upgrade are going to chuck their version in and trade it a lot of the time. So worth checking sometimes after new releases have just come out. So, the day after the Silence of the Lambs 4K comes out on Arrow, you'll probably find loads of normal editions. But yeah, I hope this has been interesting to everybody. Thank you, bye.